While addressing journalists in Kampala today, the head of the SPLM in opposition, Dr. Riek Machar, says his visit to Uganda was to mend fences with President Yoweri Museveni and to kickstart a new chapter.
We have also agreed on consolidation of peace in the region through the implementation of the agreement on resolution of conflict in South Sudan.
Riek Machar previously attacked President Yoweri Museveni for sending troops to South Sudan following the unrest in 2013.
Once the peace was signed, he has withdrawn his troops except those who are in Western Equatoria, which were deployed in Western Equatoria because of the LRA.
Riek Machar has also continued to oppose President Salva Kiir and the South Sudan government's decision to expand South Sudan states from 10 to 28, which he says will stir tribal conflicts.
With the 28 states, the communities are pitted against each other. It becomes question of land. South Sudan is tribal. The nature of South Sudan is tribal.
The rebel leader, who disputes claims that the South Sudan crisis has tribal connotations, wants the current South Sudan government to withdraw the state of emergency.
Restrictions of movement of people is still on. And this is because the state of emergency has not been lifted yet. The agreement is now how many months? Nearly 6 months. The state of emergency should be lifted.
Dr. Machar also says that he has played his part in signing the agreement to bring peace in South Sudan and that his counterpart Salva Kiir is holding back.
He watched me sign the peace agreement in Addis. After I finished signing, I went and greeted him and urged him to come back to Addis to sign his part. Because we want to move away from war.
He says he will not be heading back to South Sudan soon until all conditions in the peace agreement are met and political will is demonstrated.
Once you hear that the parties have agreed on a draft of a constitution and the draft is taken to the Transitional National Assembly and the Assembly has passed it, the next day I will be in Juba.
On Monday night, Riek Machar met with President Yoweri Museveni at the State Lodge in Masindi. Today, some South Sudanese nationals jumped at the opportunity to greet Dr. Riek Machar before he left the country.
Yeah, I'm okay.
On Sunday, the head of SPLM in opposition, Dr. Riek Machar, left Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, to come to Uganda to meet with President Yoweri Museveni. This is the first visit of Dr. Riek Machar since violence erupted in mid-December 2013 in the volatile state of South Sudan. With this meeting, he hopes to see a new page and a new chapter being opened for South Sudan and peace in the region. Sohail Mugabi, NTV.